everybody, and welcome back to the Girly Girl Bookworm. So today I finally have that Darkworld series review, and I'm so excited to share the full thoughts and everything about this series. This book series was sent to me in exchange for an honest review from Curiosity Quills Press. I'm really sorry, I actually said it wrong the other day in one of my videos, and I'm really sorry. But yeah, they sent me these books because the fourth and final, well, not final book actually, because I think it's going to be a 5-book series, but the fourth book was coming out on May 2nd or May 3rd, and so they wanted me to review the series for you guys, and I was so honored to be, they reached out to me, so that was such a cool thing for me to have that happen. So I was really excited to say yes and take the series on and try it, even though I was a little nervous, I will say that, because when I read the synopsis, I wasn't really 100% positive if it was going to be one of those book series for me, because it has demons and dark worlds, and I'm not always the biggest fan of that type of series and that type of writing. Paranormal is not always my favorite. But I knew I wanted to give it a shot, especially because our main character is actually in college. So I thought that would be a different twist than the typical, 16-year-old person going after vengeance and demons and all this stuff. So I'm going to show you the 4 books. The first book is Darkness Watching, and they're all by Emma L. Adams. The second book is Walking Shadow. The third book is Demon Heart. And the fourth book that just came out is Souls Forsaken. And there's also a novella, which I didn't read. They did send it to me, but I'm not the hugest novella fan anyway, because I don't usually read them. So I figured if that's not what I normally do, then that's just, I'm going to stick true to myself, and that's what I'm going to do. So I didn't read that. This book series reminded me of so many different series and different things. It reminded me of the Sweet Venom series, which is one of my favorite trilogies by, oh my goodness, why am I going to forget what it's, by Terrell Child. Love that trilogy. Really reminded me of that trilogy. Reminded me of The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. It reminded me of the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and even a little bit of Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. University, there's a scene that is very similar in this book, in the first book, and it just made me think so much about it. It follows a girl named Ashlyn, and she starts, right at the end of her senior year, starts seeing things that are just not normal, and she doesn't really understand what they are, and then she gets accepted to this college, so she goes to this college. And prior to going to that, she gets this stone from her aunt in the mail telling her to keep watch of her heart or something like that. And so she goes to college, and come to find out, she is a sorceress, and there's this dark world where demons are, and the demons can come back and cause trouble pretty much, even though they can't cross fully over the barrier. They still, people can summon them, and they can get their bodies kind of I don't know how you say it. Why can't I say it? Basically, the body is taken over by the demon. And it's up to her and her friends kind of to figure out what's going on. And there's this society, the Venetium, I can never pronounce it. It's a different word that I've never heard of. They are kind of the high order in the inner circle of this kind of realm. And they are not sure, should we trust them or things like that. And different events take place in different books, obviously, and I felt like that was one of my problems, was it didn't feel like there was a constant same evil. I felt like the evil kept changing, which was kind of hard for me to keep track of, and she kind of has this double life of her friends that don't know that she's a demon, not a demon, but a friend, people who don't know that she can see demons, and the people that know and can do the same things, and there's these powers that start to happen. So then there's she kind of has 2 lives. So it was hard to keep track of who are these friends and who are these friends and what love story is this. And so that was kind of a little tricky, but it was so fun. These books are super short. All the ebooks are about 200-ish pages. They never go more than 250, 230. And they just suck you in, and you just have to keep reading. And they just fly before you know it. The third book took me 2.5 hours to read because you just flew through it. The third book is my favorite out of all of them. There was just something about it that just really kept me going and kept me wanting to read it. I wasn't really 100% crazy about the ending. The first book, again, super fun. The first and the third, I was about to be like this. The first and the third book are probably my favorites. The second and the fourth one, I was kind of about. The second one felt like it fell into second book syndrome for me, where I just felt like it was kind of there to get us to the next book. And then I feel like the fourth book is also there just trying to get us to the fifth book. I wish the fifth book had... Not the fifth book. The fourth book kind of had the setting that I thought it was going to take place in. The third book ends, and it kind of sets you up to this new location, this new setting, and the fourth book starts there, but it doesn't keep it there, and I wish it kind of stayed there. But I really, really recommend this series. I think a lot of people would find things that they enjoy about it, especially if I can compare it to those 4 series. I think if you like one of those series, or if you like demons and you like that dark magic, I think you would definitely enjoy this series. So I think you should go check it out. I will leave the link to the first book down below for the Goodreads link, plus the link to my blog where all of my reviews for the series are there. I've given the first book 4 stars, the second book 3 stars, the third book 4 stars again, and the fourth book 3 stars. So definitely it's not a bad series, and I think you should really, really go check it out. And I believe most of these books are ebooks, so they're going to be cheap to pick up, and just try it. Just try it. That's all I'm telling you, is you need to go try it. So I hope